Alright guys, so this is going to be the video that's going to explain the multilingual function within the Wix Studio. And I think they did a really great job. Let me move my big head over here. Alright, so let's just get to it. First thing you're going to go to is the multilingual, right on the bottom left hand side of the dashboard. And you'll notice here that you see site languages and translation manager. So the first thing we're going to go to is the site languages. And basically what this allows you to do is figure out exactly which language you would want to be able to be visible on your website. For demo purposes, we made Romanian the main language and English the translation language just to make things easier. But let's say I wanted to add French, right? You would simply just click add language, right? Then type in French or Français, right there. You got the flag. You can make it visible right away. And you can click auto translate site content. And I'll go to a little bit more detail about this, but we're not going to add it right now. But if I were, I wouldn't make it kind of go visible right away. I want to be able to make sure that it doesn't affect the responsiveness of the site or any other design aspects. So I wouldn't make it visible right away. I would definitely just add it to the site. And then if you have credits, I would auto translate. If not, I'll show you how to do it manually. And then you would just click add language, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Right here, you'll see you can hide or make languages visible. So let's say you had like 13 languages and you wanted to hide a few because they were no longer, this is where you would do it. Furthermore, you'll see these three dots right here. You can set the regional format just in case you want to change it from Romania back to America. You can just do it here or vice versa, or you can change the flag if the country's flag has updated. Wix also allows you to export the content and import the translation, right? So if I were to export the content, we're going to upload this export. So as we're uploading this export, you'll see right there, right? So let's move this over here as well, right? So let's say I just click on this and alrighty. Alright, so you'll see the source language is Romanian, the target language is English, and then you'll see here the actual content. You could tell that this might be a little difficult to kind of navigate if you're kind of new to web development. So this probably wouldn't be my first choice personally, but you'll see here all the content is X. So you would just update the written context. You wouldn't update these right here, these blocks right here. So this is one way to actually get it done, but that to me is the hardest way. So before I switch sections, I'm just going to click on the settings as far as site languages. So then that way everybody can have an idea of exactly what's available. The language auto switch automatically show your site to visitors in their browser language. I personally not a big fan of this because it does affect SEO in some capacity, right? The redirecting a site based on their perceived language may stop them from viewing all language versions of your site. Redirect automatically affects your search results. Search engines will only crawl and index your site for their main language. So if your main language is English, but people are visiting your site, let's say in France, your site will only be indexed for this main language, not all the other alternative language that people would choose from if you were to set it to automatic. So Wix definitely has a lot of good documentation. That's what I would read. And then also here, you'll see the EN for English, and then you can edit it. I think ES is Spanish. And then if there was like a particular set of letters that you want to use specific for you, you can edit them here, which is pretty dope. Next thing that we're going to look at is the translation manager. Now, this is like the real bread and butter here. So what you'll see here is like you have the Romanian content here and then the English translation here. And all you have to do, let's say in Romanian, this says answer, and in English, guess what? This says answer. And I can just type in answer here, click save, and it'll update on the website. So you can go based off section, service, every aspect of the site can be auto-translated through down here or manually translated here. Even the alt text on images can also be edited right through the translation manager. So let's say I just want to auto translate because I'm just busy, right? So here I can translate manually and keep doing it this way, or I can get more credits. Now credits are honestly not that expensive if you're considering like translating your whole entire site. So there's three packages. There's 50,000 words, 10,000 words, 3,000 words, and I think we were short about 4,000 to translate our entire site. So what would make sense to get the 10K for $6 and it'll auto translate the entire site. I purchased the 50K because you can auto translate blog posts as well. So I find it beneficial to auto translate blog posts. So we're going to go back to the multilingual page. I just want to show you exactly what the cost was as far as like the auto translation, right? So then from there, you just make all the changes and click save. I'm going to show you one more area where you're able to make changes as far as the language itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the actual editor. All right, so now we're in the editor itself. See, what just populated right now is the Romanian flag showing the main language, and if I click here, you'll see English as well as a secondary visible language. This is the language menu. We're just going to move this here for demo purposes. I'm not really going to work on the design for this. So let's say I wanted to edit the new language I added to the site, whether it be French or whichever language. For us, it'll be English. So once I click on English, you'll notice here it says now editing in English, auto translate the site, which you can do if you purchase the actual credits, or you click manage translations and go to that translation manager. But for design purposes, what this allows you to do is translate this text here and then adjust the new character count to kind of fit the design. So if it's smaller or larger, whatever the case may be, you can adjust it here. So your site has the same design across line. Remember to check how this change looks in your other site languages. Okay, got it. Right, so you click edit translations and just type in the new text here, bada bing, bada boom. So you can edit it directly from the editor itself, or you can do it from the multilingual translation manager right here. So hopefully that'll kind of explain the benefits of it. Me personally, I think it's a great function. I don't see any other platform really providing a service like this. So definitely give it a shot and definitely translate your site into as many languages as possible and try to create different sales channels as often as possible.